Welcome back to Pod Games and welcome to the May recap. Last month I talked about the strategy shift and change, and May is the first month where this kind of finally took shape. With Strixhaven coming out at the end of April, most of the content was centered around that, especially the daily videos. So the monthly overview. May was very much a setup month for me. Behind the scenes, we ran into a pretty big problem where my inventory became out of sync from my marketplace platforms, and I was end up selling cards that I didn't actually have anymore, which ended up incurring me more costs than it was worth. So this became very messy, which is kind of understandable with a newborn coming into your life. So to remedy this, I hit pause on the marketplaces. I kind of stripped all my inventory down, did a full stock take to make sure that I had everything in the right place. Everything was, everything was correct. Re-uploaded back to the marketplace platform, so Card Trader and Card Market, and went kind of back selling. But this meant that I could only sell for the last 2 weeks of the month. From the content side of things, very much wanted to keep the channel moving forward, so focused it around the Secrets of Strixhaven, the new set, and then kind of did a lot of daily short videos off the back of that. So let's talk finances. What we ended up achieving is £201.23, which actually isn't bad considering we only had 2 weeks worth of sales because we had to kind of do our reset because of the inventory problem. The way that this kind of broke down, so Card Trader we sold £8.09, Card Market we sold £127, £5 on eBay, £21 came from Vinted, and then we did a private Commander deck sale for 40 quid. So that's not actually that bad. The hidden gem within this though is all of those sales came from bulk singles. So I haven't re-uploaded all my higher end sales. I've left them exclusively for a different platform. So anything that was £1 or more hasn't been uploaded yet. So what that means is that £201 came from the floor of our inventory, which is actually a pretty good performance considering it was only for 2 weeks. What I've decided to do and going forward is all of my higher end sales I'll be exclusively selling on eBay. What this does is it gives me more control over the price of those, because the way that the other marketplace platforms work, to guarantee yourself a sale, you're kind of shooting for the bottom end price, which means we tend to be giving some of the higher end stuff away and undervaluing them. So to avoid kind of diminishing that kind of return, I'm going to be selling all of those exclusively on eBay going forward. So what was new? So we had Secrets of Strixhaven drop come in, and it is a great set. It's a very highly anticipated set. I kind of really enjoyed opening that set. As you'll see, there would have been daily short videos on that, and we kind of poured some crackers in there. I think the most expensive pour that we did, we managed to get 3 of the 4 Emeritus, and we got ourselves a Jeska as well, which we've been hunting for ages. Got it in the Japanese art, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, there's some really cool cards in this set, so do go and check out the short videos. The long form videos, kind of different story. So I set the ambition for myself to release 2 weekly videos, but unfortunately that's been kind of harder to realize than I first anticipated. So my goal was to do 1 unpack video, and then a deck tech was the ultimate goal. Now I thought setting up templates for my videos would make this a little bit easier, which it has, but what ends up happening is, to make sure that I'm delivering the best quality content, I'm always refining and changing things within the templates. So which means it always introduces something new, and then that takes time to edit and make sure that that's being rendered out correctly, and that we're delivering the right thing. So yes, we kind of set ourselves a very ambitious goal of trying to do 2 weekly videos, as well as managing personal lives, especially with having a newborn. It's very hard to kind of manage that whole relationship. So right now I'm going to be kind of trying to pump out as much content as I can. What you'll probably end up seeing is a single long form video a week, and then if I have the time and can launch a second one, I will do that, with the ultimate ambition of consistently delivering 2 a week. So please bear with me. Please continue liking, commenting, subscribing. Please keep interacting with the content as and when it kind of comes out. But this kind of introduces a new dilemma into the mix. So as the time of this recording, we're a couple of days away from the next Magic the Gathering set. So it's a Marvel superhero set, which, by the way, I've been kind of waiting for this set because I wanted to build an Iron Man deck for ages, especially when the first Secret Lair came out. I've been anticipating this set. So that is going to be one of the goals that I want to achieve, is the building an Iron Man deck. So we'll have to kind of see how that kind of goes. But what that kind of means is I now have a backlog of content that I want to dish out and release. But if I do that, that means I won't be delivering relevant stuff that's currently everyone is searching for and looking for within the Magic the Gathering community. So I'm in one of two options that I have. I either continue with the backlog and hopefully catch up, or I kind of focus on the relevant products that are right now, and then drop in the other kind of content that I've got when I get time, when we are out of the peak set season. So after I've recorded all of the stuff for Marvel superheroes, I then kind of revisit back to Strixhaven and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Lorwyn, where I've got content kind of waiting to go out. I'm kind of leaning more towards doing that option, keeping the recency, because that's going to drive more traffic. So I think that's the goal that I'm going to go with. Try and get as much as I can out before the set. I'll receive my sealed product and then go from there. But I would love to hear your feedback and your comments. If there's anything that you would prefer to see, please let me know. I do kind of take your comments seriously. So yeah, fire me some suggestions in the comments below, and we'll kind of worm that into the schedule. But thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for this. It's going to be a short recap video today. I haven't gone as in depth with the finances because, like I said, May has been a very much of a setup month. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an overview of how we did from a revenue point of view, and then give you a bit more in depth in June. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.